And you know what, Ashutosh? It also brings to my mind, how much India has progressed as far as, space studies are concerned. We are talking about going to the moon itself. And today we see the moon eclipsed. And India, of course, in India, as you were earlier mentioning, it is not just about what's happening now in the field of science. We've had an ancient wisdom that understands these celestial events, that tells us there is a connection between every entity and body in this entire universe. But also, India has really taken the studies forward, has really gone ahead as far as the research is concerned. And it must be amazing to see that fire burning in so many people over there.
And, that's why we call it a reinvention. Our Vedic, if you see all our Panchang, that they define the movement of these planets, and that matches to the, the astronomer calendars. So, or Panchang that based on Yajurved, Rig Ved, or Atharva Vedas, when they talk about these astronomical incidents. Remember Aryabhatta, Varahamihira, Bhaskaracharya. So, their principle of the planetary movement eventually via Arab it traveled to Europe. Then you hear the similar principles of the astronomical event or the astrophysicists like Galileo or Copernicus. So all the principles that came eventually was all started from the Indian ancient era when we had our own astrophysicists like Aryabhatta, Varahamihira or Bhaskaracharya. They're all principle. Eventually the similar moon when they, from Dashmala, the decimal, to all these signs that eventually evolved from India. Through Arab it of course went to further west and the Europe. So we had these advanced technologies to calculate the planetary movement. Now when we talk about, so it comes from Neil Armstrong to Rakesh Sharma, and then we are now planning our mission Gaganyaan. Gradually, of course, for last mission Chandrayaan, mission Mangal. So it's a movement, and it also shows that India's conviction towards making impossible a possible, that mission moon, mission space, mission Gaganyaan, all this, and that brings enthusiasts not only launching about satellites in the space but also reaching far beyond even imagination. And when we talk about India thinking beyond imagination, that's what makes these people curious, the young boys, and more than the youth that I see here. What was more curious for me to see the small kids coming out with their parents, and these children who are quite has the enthusiasm and the interest about how these incidents are happening. So more it is giving them a scientific temperament to understand, knowing about the planetary movement, and far beyond the the belief that they are hearing from their dadi nani ki kahaniyan. It is a solar eclipse. Do not eat. Ye mat khao, wo mat pehno. So when they understand, okay. Looks like the red moon is finally started being visible, and this is a total eclipse, the lunar eclipse 2025. The biggest planetary movement of this year has come in totality. Anjali, that has just been announced here. Now, the eclipse has completed. It comes in a totality, 100% lunar eclipse. And in fact, of course, it's far. So quite seeing on a red color is a little difficult. But if I see the projection, the tele-projection being done on the screen, so these programmers have made the arrangement to see that how red actually, eventually it will look like. I wish I could just, take the camera to the telescope and bring you the real images, how it looks in a telescope.
Ashutosh,
how red exactly is looking. But maybe in 30 minutes, probably we'll be able to see literally a red moon. Anjali.
So have they declared it that it is right now a full eclipse? Has have the people at the Nehru Planetarium said it, or is it just visibly that we are saying right now that yes, we can see the complete totality?
No, they just announced it. In fact,
okay.
It was predicted around 10:56, 10:57 it will come in totality. So it is visible at the same time, and also announced that now this entire solar eclipse has completed. So the entire disk, the programmers call it in different language that is not a moon, it actually looks like a disk, and eventually it looks like a disk. Now I could see it like a piece of pie that reminds my daughter everything. Anytime I keep that cake or a pie on a table, and then eventually piece missing. So this remind me, programmers see this as a disk. The scientists alternately
now.
will, give it some other phrase. So yes, it comes in a totality. I think the red color has been marked here to just witness how exactly the red moon will look like. So this is not exactly the live color. In fact, it's a live tele projection, but the programmers have just made sure that how actually the red moon will look like, and that's how it has been programmed in a way. But Prerna, so it's just been announced. So does it exactly look like in totality, or it just been announced that now it is coming to the in totality?
Now it's start coming because from 11 p.m. onwards, the entire disk will be covered. Like Earth will properly obstructing the path of the light.
And how long it gonna stay like?
It will stay. The totality will remain till 12:30 or so, and after that it start getting to its normal.
So we have the window of 1.5 hour for the similar projections, and it goes invisible now literally because of the cloud. Maybe because again the weather gets cloudy, it's a monsoon, and we see most of the people across North India probably because of the dense cloud will not be able to see it. Of course, we've been Anjali lucky here. I mean, we have witnessed this moon, the whole disk, then a piece of being covered gradually. Now it comes in a totality.
Right, absolutely. So totality has kicked in, and the blood moon should be visible from various cities of India. That's quite interesting.